Good morning, good morning. I found another roll of washi tape. I knew I had Starry Nights someplace, and I think this is all Starry Nights tape. But I've had this one forever, but it's a roll that, like Mary Poppins, it keeps on giving. I got the rest of the pages put in here. I got the back cover put on, or the substrate that it's going to be on. They're not anything. They're not anything. They're just large scraps out of my medium scrap bin. And I'm trying to just use up some of that magazine pages and stuff that I painted on. I mean, I just have tons and tons of that stuff. So, I paper clipped with a Van Gogh paper clip. It's just blue. The prompt list. And here's my idea list that I did on Instagram. Really sloppily, on purpose. But, today is postcard. Great prompt list. This is all done by Meg's Journals, Junk Journal July. Not claiming it in any way, shape, or form as something I came up with, or am I on the list of influencers that are doing a page a day, a page this month. But that's maybe next year. No, I'm not in that caliber, nor do I think I want to be in that caliber. I am looking for something, and I got sidetracked. Oh, postcards. Today the prompt is postcards. And I know I have a bunch of vintage postcards. Well, Tim Holtz version of vintage. But since moving them, I don't know where I put them. And they're not in a drawer that's labeled yet. Oh, it could be in the Ranger drawer. That is labeled. Let's see. At first glance, no, it's not. But shoot. I know I have some. But I know I have 3x5 cards too. So, what if we just made our own postcard? That would be a lot more fun. That would be a lot more fun. In Van Gogh blue. With maybe some envelope stuff too. I don't know. So let's just make a postcard. Somehow, some way. I don't know how. I have to be careful because this has my address on it. Feels like this is just junk mail, which goes in a Junk Journal July perfectly. What's in here? Some advertising. The Better Business Bureau. Oh no. They want me to buy a house somewhere. Okay, we're not going to do that. Got two. Don't need any more. My husband owns a ton for his kids. Because nobody works. Why should they? Okay. We're just going to put this on here. And just start layering stuff just to see where it takes us. And then we can make it like maybe a little message on the inside. We're going to cover up the line side. I don't like the line side. They serve their purpose in their day. But if you're making Junk Journal July, you don't want the lines. Or I don't. You can do whatever you want. It's a free-for-all, people. Okay. It is so hot. I've already done 4,000 steps this morning. I walked before I had coffee. It's like wake up with endorphins rather than decaf breakfast blend. As weak as you can make it. I have all of these old Jane Davenport mermaid markers. I don't even know if I used to hide these from my granddaughter and her friend But oh, they still work. I just wanted to see. But they're almost out of ink. These were expensive. And some of them, they used them up. But those things were like $35. They were expensive for a play, not non-artist grade art supply. I thought they were rather expensive. That's why I hid them from the girls, because they would just like waste them. In my version, they wasted them because Bella would just turn everything black eventually, which makes a lot of sense on some of the stuff she's going through these days. My friend and I were comparing child ailments. Bella's 2 years younger than her kids and a little bit less mature. And so we were comparing stories and issues and social media for kids these days, and how all of that kind of, and every kid has some form of anxiety these days, it seems like. It's like, what are we doing to our kids? They all have to have counselors before they turn 15. Psychiatrists or whatever. It's like, really? I'm just kind of making a hodgepodge here. And maybe we'll cut out an image from the magazine. Not the magazine, the book. But I'm just trying to just make pretty stuff. No rhyme, no reason. Just letting out the angst. See, if every kid did art, we need to focus more on art for these poor children these days. This I got to be careful. This is a Ranger tape, but it has some writing on it. This is Diane Reevely's, and I have to be careful not to get her writing on it, which would be fine, except that I don't want it to look, I want it to look like Van Gogh, not Diane. Even though Diane is fabulous. So far, not hating this. Let's see, we could put a couple polka dots on it. This was supposed to be like a really abstract poster, but I wanted it for the dots because, hello, it's a circle. And this will be a lifetime of dots, except that it's at least like 6 years old. So the dot comes out, but then you got to fiddle with it to get the paper off. So whatever anxiety you covered up with playing with paper comes back trying to get the paper off the back of this. Ooh, pretty. Let's find a green. That one came off right. And let's find this green. Okay, that's looking good. Now let's find a picture for our postcard. I almost did my entire California trip in my Hobonichi. I just stuck it in my Hobonichi. All the stuff I made, in fact, I'll go get it and show you what I did. I can recreate if I want to in a journal because I put it all on Procreate. All right, we want a colored picture. We want one of his paintings, I think. And then we have to write a message from Van Gogh to me or to us. How about that? That's a good idea. Oh, here's a good. I know, Carty. My accent is terrible. I know. One day I'm going to learn how to speak French. I wrote cicadas in my Hobonichi for yesterday, because it was like, he was talking about cicadas. And I'm not going to cut off my ear, I promise. I need both of them. I want to hear everything y'all say to me. Sometimes I think I can hear you guys screaming at the screen. No, don't do that. All right. Oh, here's perfect. The church at wherever in France. And this painting is in the Museum des Orsay, which I have been to, which is lovely. Okay, and this matches the color scheme I was after here. My Van Gogh color scheme. I have 2 paper cutters, and I have misplaced one in the move. Somewhere here. All right, we're gonna, I don't want, maybe I'm gonna cut off the border because I want some of this to show. I like leaving borders on things generally, but, and we're not gonna throw any of this away. And I'm gonna pull off this dot because it's gonna be covered. Put it someplace else. All my dots are gonna be covered. Let's move our dots up a little bit. Maybe one down here. Okay, now, oh, that's better. And you can just see a little bit of the washi tape underneath, and that's fine. Except that I think we might do this. All right, pull it off again and again. Those stickers are really thick. Oh, if I'm going to write a message back here, we'll have to do it on a separate piece of paper, I guess. That's okay. We can do that. I love this color purple. What do I have under my fingernail already today? I broke one fingernail already. My fingernails are way too long, but I just haven't filed them. Okay. That's great. That's great. Except these 2 green ones are on the same side. Can't have that. I might have to glue these because they're really thick. And they're coming off very easy now. There, that's good. That's good. But I don't want these at the same level. Jeez. All of this for a postcard from Mr. Van Gogh, Mr. Vincent. I always loved that name, Vincent. And then I found out that my ex-husband, or as this guy, my friend's cousin in California, he calls them mulligans. He's a golfer. He goes, "Your mulligan?" I'm like, "Yeah, my mulligan." He named his son Vincent. I'm like, I would have done that. And I also love the name Spencer because I went to school with a Spencer that was, oh, drop dead gorgeous. I mean, like middle school, junior high, and high school. Now, I think I might just get another one and glue it to the back with the lines. And maybe a green. Oh, but you know what? The lines are going to be the wrong direction. Well, I don't know. We can write it this way and the pictures that way. Yeah. Sometimes that happens when you go to the postcard store. They don't make postcards as much as they used to anymore. Nobody sends mail. Even like in Sonora, my sister and I went to Sonora on Friday. And she had to work on Thursday. That's when I went to San Francisco. And then we went on to Sonora on Friday. Not one of those stores had a postcard. I got something goopy under my fingernail. Okay. I am going to write this from Mr. Van Gogh. Dear Beth. I painted this. Isn't that the house where he lived when he cut off his ear? It says church in the book. Okay, I'm just going to say I walk by this house every day. I walk by this building every day, since I'm not sure which one it is. And I'm going to put a stamp here. Stamp. I have a stamp that does all this, but alas. I'm going to put Beth Allen Lake Murray Columbia, South Carolina. The lady in Dallas on the plane at the check-in station at the airport kept calling it Columbus. I'm like, we are going to Columbia, South Carolina, right? She goes, oh yeah. I'm like, it does make a difference. All right. I walk past this building every day. Every day. Sometimes I hear screaming. I hear. Get it? Here. Somewhere along in this era, he cuts off his ear. I hear screaming. I wonder why. Weather is, because he had a lot of depression issues. Weather, he wrote to his brother Theo all the time. The weather is I'm just going to put what it is here. Hot, muggy, and filled with the sound of birds. This morning I heard the owl and I saw the family of deer, the mama and the papa and the two babies in real life. This is not real life, just in case you are confused which one is real. I'm not going to put Love Vincent. I'm just going to put from VG. Okay. I love that. Our postcard. All right. Where's my thing? Here it is. And now this one goes on the back of this, which I'm going to cover up the Christmas present wrapping paper from Christmas Journal last year. But I need to put it this way and put tape here so that you can read it. Yes. Okay. And that way that red will be covered. I hate it when washi tape starts to get old and it doesn't tear where you want it to. That's better. That's better. And it's all the blues. Oh, I can't put washi tape back here. Might just put it right there. I always forget about that. Leave a margin, lady. And then we're going to have to cover this up, because when we start to read our postcard, I don't want Christmas presents showing. Never fear. I have paper to cover it. Okay. That'll keep it stable. Oh, maybe we can do a little bit here. All these scraps go in my washi, in my Hobonichi, just for fodder sake. Okay, now let's cover this. Maybe with some more of this. And then I'm going to go get my Hobonichi and show you. I have every day but the day I went to see the quilts done. But I haven't, I'm just going to do bullet points because that works for me. Let's just put a little bit of this too. Cover up some of that. And voila. The colors kind of blend. Now maybe this one will work too, except for that red. And I don't even know what the prompt is for tomorrow. Fold. Okay, gotta fold something over the red. But I love that. Love that. All right, I'm gonna go get my Hobonichi. All of this might end up on the cover somehow, some way. I'll be right back. Okay, thankfully this year I remembered to get the Avec because even though I didn't do as much as I normally do, I feel like it's still pretty full. All right. I went in and added watercolors in a couple places. This is, I'm on Abby C's Patreon, and I put in her envelopes and stuff. This is still in May. I still have some places to fill in. This was Pieces of Me, Love Gunner. What I remember to photograph at the end, I put in here. All the crazy storms we had and are still having a little bit. We haven't had any. They keep splitting at the edge of the lake. And another Abby C mail envelope. Took her a couple months to catch up to me. When we found that dead beaver, I found it watching the Blue Angels doc on Netflix. I tried to add blue and yellow, their colors. Then I've been practicing drawing birds in some of the margins. Painting some blue jays. This may not help us. People don't care. This was my calendar to myself to make sure that I got my filming done, the quilting finished, packing, everything. That was my calendar to myself that I was doing on Procreate, and I printed it out. The Gaynor paddle rabbit hole that I went down. This is when I started the Backyard Bird Chronicles. Oh. Rabbit hole number 2. Gaynor paddle was rabbit hole number 1. Hunter Biden. Then I still have stuff to do. But then we get into my trip. A crested woodpecker and 2 fawns. I made these little things on Procreate. And I print them out when we have a monumental walk day. This I did to copy Allie Edwards a little bit. I did a sunshine and just wrote summer. Even though it should be on the other page. This was the flight, which was horrendously messed up. And I just did a bunch of tip-ins going, I don't know what this was. Anybody know what this is? I don't know. It's not the Grand Canyon. It wasn't in the right place. But it could have been like something in arches because there was a lot of red clay. So I took a couple pictures of that. This is Lake Tahoe. I don't know if, yeah, Lake Tahoe coming in. The inefficiency of the American Airlines is insane. These need double-sided tape. I saved all of my peanut and pretzel bags. I think we only got pretzels. But this, oh no, this can't go in yet because this is the day I went to San Francisco. And I'm not done with that one yet. So I don't know where this is going to go. And then this was the day we went to Sonora. And I'm going to do a tip-in. And it's on Highway 49, which is follows kind of like the foothills of the Sierras. And it was all where the historical gold miners were. And like Mark Twain, when he did in Calaveras County Jumping Frog contest and that stuff, that's where it was, on Highway 49. And so this was the epitome of California these days. A Tesla, which everybody has one, with a surfboard on top. I thought that was funny. And recycling is like religious there, which it should be. My sister and I were talking about our grandmother's heritage and she found out some stuff where they came from, so I circled that on some maps. This is where our route, Sonora, several fire trucks on the way back. The elevation, which I thought it was higher. It's only 1,700 feet. Things you think about when you're talking to your sister that you really don't have anything in agreement with anymore. I left home when I was 18, practically. So I left her when she was 17. Or almost 17. No, she had just turned 17. I was like 18 and a half. And there's a sister in between us. Yes, my mother was crazy, but that's how she wanted it. But we have nothing in common anymore. It's not a derogatory statement against her or me. We just don't have anything in common. My sister here, we have some things in common, but she and I are on a different wavelength. I don't know if it's because we've been around each other a lot more. I don't know. The poor California fires and burning, and there's some other stuff that goes. This was my drive up to my friend's house then, and then this was her celebration of life, which some of these I can't show you because they're other people, and it was fabulous. And then we saw a Tesla truck. Have you seen one of those things? They look like Mad Max. There's one in my friend's neighborhood. It's ridiculous. And then this was a really slow day. We were all like mentally exhausted from this day to this day, even though she wasn't, I was. But we did a long hike up to the lake that's by her house. Not Lake Tahoe, but it was like 3 miles. We did that one before it got hot, and we took her daughter to sports practice and all kinds of stuff. That kind of direction. We did mom things that day. And then we took her sister home back to Novato. So I have some stuff. I mailed my box that's still not here that has the toy in it for our Van Gogh stuff. And then this is coming home. So, and I have another thing coming home, which I might just put right there. I don't know. Anyhow, I have a couple more things I have to try to get in here. The bookstore had, their internet was down, so they had to do the old-fashioned credit card receipts. I'm like, I can't even believe you still have those. She goes, yes, you can't have to keep stuff like that sometimes for emergencies. But anyhow, so much fun. And I will do some bullet journaling, like hike 3 miles, saw deer, you know, that kind of stuff. So that is it for today. I'm going to run to Walmart to get some more smoothie supplies. They have the diabetic drinks that are done by Splenda at half the price as our regular grocery store. So I try to go to Walmart for those. And I'm trying to make ceviche. She and I had the best ceviche on Tuesday. After we took her sister, we went and got drinks and ceviche. It was like 3:30-ish. We were back at her house. Well, down the road. I had a chocolate martini. She had something that looked like a tequila sunrise where it's layers of color, pretty colors. But it wasn't that. I don't know what it was. It was something tropical. And then we had ceviche, but it was so good. It had octopus and shrimp. And then it had mango and cucumbers and a little bit of a pepper because it was a little spicy. It had jicama. And then the lime juice, which kind of takes all the rawness out of the seafood. And, of course, we don't have jicama here. I don't think... They may have some in Charleston where there's more foodies down there, but in the rest of South Carolina, probably no jicama. If there is, let me know. But I need to get a mango, which ours aren't ripe. They're not good here, but it is what it is. The sweetness balances out the tanginess of the lime juice and the flavor of the seafood very well. Anyhow, it's super good, super good. I'm like, I can eat this on my diet. It's all tons of protein in the seafood, which we don't have octopus here either. That's even close to being less than a month old off the boat. So I just used like salad shrimp size, and that's what I'm going to eat for lunch today. And it is 8:46 in the morning, and I have 4,500 steps. Not bad, not bad. So, have a great day. What are we doing tomorrow again? I already forgot. Fold. That's right. Maybe we'll do a small accordion in our accordion. I don't know. That would be kind of fun, actually. Bye. Have a good day. I'm going to stop talking now.